taking the last shot for the game. Call me Steph or call me Dame. Hit the three or pass through the lanes. We both ain't the same. JT with the lay. That's game. I just wanted to come on here and say I'm sorry about the audio. I think I had my microphone a little bit too high, so just bear with me, and I'll definitely will fix it for next episode. I'm sorry. Yo, what's going on, man? We back for episode 5 of Shooting the Shot podcast. So, big news. This last night, I'm not going to say it's crazy, but it's a big time trade, So, we're going to get into that for this week. Hey, I got my boy on the podcast, so it's not only just me, but for now, just bear with me a couple minutes, and then we'll get into the real talk, So, yeah, I'm on Spotify now, so check me out on Spotify. I'll drop the link in the description below. Make sure if you can't listen to the video, you can go ahead and listen on Spotify. I'm trying to work on getting on Apple Music or whatever it is on Apple, but I'll keep you guys updated. That's been like, I did that last week. I dropped the first 4 eps, so this week we will start episode 5. So there's a couple things I want to talk about that it's not really like debatable type of stuff, So Harry Giles signed a 1-year deal with Hornets. Harry Giles hasn't been in the league for a couple. I know he had like a little stint with the Celtics, or stunt, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know. I mean, it's gonna give him a chance to try to get. He's gonna get some minutes on the Hornets. I don't know what the whole or the deal is. So yeah, it's good for the guy, if you want, to get back into the league. I know it's not gonna be the best team in the league, but at least there's something that you can work your way up. Get back into the rhythm of things and get back into trying to get minutes, even on the bench, or even could be a starter. You never know what can happen. So yeah, that's one. Kawhi had a procedure on his knee again. He's gonna be limited in his training camp, and mind you, training camp probably started already, and we're about less than a month into the season coming. So that's some really big news for the Clippers, because I thought they said that Kawhi was fine, when the whole Olympics thing with him, and he showed up, and then they said that they didn't want him on the Clippers said that they didn't want him on the team, and then, or that's what it was going on, and then the Clippers said, oh, we were fine with Kawhi being on that team. So I don't know what's going on. I know he's had like problems, like injury problems, since the injury he had years ago. So it's tough to see him, going out, and it's like every year it's something. I mean, he's a good player, he's a good two-way player. He can give you buckets. He can win you championships, but it's just been hard with him not getting his health up, you know what I'm saying? He's always injured, so can the Hornets be better under a new coach? They have Charles Lee, I think is his name. All right, so yeah, Charles Lee, new coach for the Hornets. He just was on the Celtics, won a championship. He just was on the Bucks in 2021, so he has 2 rings under him as an assistant, though. But that team they're developed, like they have young pieces that can transform them into something good in the East. You know, the East is, you have the, I'd say, 4 good teams. You could say 5 or 6, but it's more like, you know, top, if you're not top 3, then the rest are not, you know. Um that's just pretty much how it is. Like, you're not. So yeah, so you have the top 3 teams that are probably gonna make it out, you know, out to the finals, and then everybody else is, you know, or mediocre, you know. So that's pretty much it. But the Hornets can make a playoff push. I think it depends if LaMelo's healthy. I know Miles Bridges has his, you know, problems, you know, all this and that. But you know, he's a good player. He's a good player for them. You know, him and LaMelo have good chemistry. Then they added Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller is really good. He showed some he showed some good stuff in his rookie campaign. So I think having Charles Lee, who I'm pretty sure he's a young coach, you know, and he can help them probably reach their potential, you know, seeing how, you know, him winning a championship with Giannis and the Bucks, and you know how they won, and then how the Celtics just won, will help his, and how, like, he had, you know, Joe Mazzulla there, and he had Mike Budenholzer there. You know, they're both good coaches. Um, how he can develop them to be great and be better. It just depends on the health of LaMelo. You know, LaMelo is that centerpiece for them, and you know, LaMelo's a 6'8" point guard. You know, he's a good, really good point guard. He can shoot sometimes. You know, he can dish the ball, man. That team is a really good team to watch, a fun team to watch when they're good. You know, they have highlight plays after highlight plays. So it just depends on the health of LaMelo. But I think they're putting the pieces together. They got a new coach. Just as long as they keep rocking with the coach, they're gonna get up and up and up. They have a lot of potential to go to the playoffs, especially in the weaker East. So, with that being said, I think that they're gonna be better as long as LaMelo is healthier, I think. So that is my opinion. And now we're gonna transition into the other topics I want to talk about with my boy. All right, so we got my boy Shwavy on the podcast today, and we got some NBA news to talk about today. The first thing we can talk about is Shaq and Haslam talking about the Celtics had the easiest path to the championship, but they voted for the Mavs to win. What do you think about that, Shwavy?
Uh, it was multiple people that said that too, right? It wasn't just Shaq.
Yeah, yeah, it was
I gotta remember,
definitely.
like it was
It was like
multiple.
the whole
Everybody was
ESPN.
going for the Mavs,
Yep.
literally. But I feel like they was just going with the hype. Everybody didn't wanna be like everybody just hopping on that bandwagon of whoever the Celtics are facing. They just
Yeah.
didn't have that faith in us because we didn't win. And look what we did.
And I mean, they were saying we had the easiest path. Like, I
Yeah,
understand that, but if you got to think about it, Tatum and
it
Brown
always.
have been
Yeah.
like through so much that they they know how to win. They just had to get over that one hump in 2022, and now they did
Mhm.
it. So
I don't know. I just hate that whole concept of quote unquote an easy path. Like, yeah, that some teams were injured, but that's not our fault.
Yeah.
We faced what was in front of us,
Mm-hmm.
and we dominated. We showed our dominance.
Yeah, even
Uh,
like before, like we were dominating like teams. Like you're telling me you're looking at the Celtics starting five and even 6 man or even our bench too. Like, and we're matching up way beyond better than other teams.
yeah,
So,
that whole season, start to finish, Celtics showed their
bro,
dominance. This
from
team is not the same Celtics team
literally from
previous years.
preseason, bro, I could already tell like we were gonna win this championship.
Yeah,
Like
that first
the
game,
chemistry,
then
like
we faced the Knicks.
yeah, and we face the Knicks again this year
Yeah.
too, ring night.
GG's.
But yeah,
GG's.
talking about the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns is on the Knicks for Julius Randle and
The Dante.
oh yeah, Dante and Randle for Towns. So what do you think about that? What do you think?
I was looking at the East. The East has gotten slightly better, but we always got to compare them to the Celtics.
All right, at the 5,
So KP versus Cat,
I'm giving Cat the 3 or
the perimeter.
honestly, yeah, I'll give Cat the perimeter. And then honestly, if KP is gonna be out till December, which is fine because I mean we'll need him for playoffs. So as long as he's healthy in the playoffs, I think he can dominate Towns. I think Town is definitely the weaker defender.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if Porzingis is healthy, definitely will give Porzingis the edge. If not, definitely Towns. What do you think?
I agree.
Okay.
KP will be outboarding him, and in the paint, it's looking sweet because Cats doesn't have the best
Yeah.
interior D.
Well,
but
it depends if this is actually the lineup because they do have Mitchell
Yeah.
Robinson.
They can switch it up.
Yeah, they might put like
But
OG
isn't he
on the
also
bench.
Injured?
Yeah, he's out for a while too, until like January.
Yeah.
Tatum, OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby is a good defender. He's a great defender. Tatum is also a good defender, and I think he will adjust better, especially with his new jump shot, to do what he has to do, and his abilities to score will be shown better this year than it has been in the recent years.
I don't know. That matchup is 50-50.
Yeah. But
Like, Tatum is still gonna eat,
yeah.
but I can see OG clamping him a couple plays.
Yeah. There'll be some plays where Tatum, he'll try to drive to the basket and probably, not make it. Or a 3, probably, same thing. So
Yeah, it's an interesting lineup. I do want to see it play out.
yeah. Still.
JB and bitch ass Mikal Bridges.
Okay. We're talking about parlays
I
here.
don't like Mikal Bridges. I don't like him, bro. But I feel like he is a decent pickup for the Knicks. And now they have that chemistry. But matching him up with JB, come on, like, is there even more to be said? You seen JB swimming underwater? He shaved his beard. Come on,
bro. JB, this is JB's year, bro. I'm telling you. This is too early to say, but this is my pick for MVP. Jaylen motherfucking Brown, bro. I'm telling you. I think this is the MVP of the season this year. Him or Tatum, to be honest. And that's super glazing. I'm not gonna cap, but like, I don't give a fuck. It's one of them. But I want JB to win it most of all. Because
either or, I don't care.
Yeah, I think he definitely last year he definitely like improved so much that I've never seen him play like this well for like this consistent in all the years he's been on the Celtics. So man, it was just wholesome to see, man.
Yeah, I love JB. That's still my favorite Celtic. Not gonna hold you.
I can't
I
pick and
love
choose.
JT.
I love both of them.
I love JT, but I always lean towards JB. I don't know.
Yeah,
The little underdog.
for real.
Unless you
Yeah.
want to switch.
Now we got Derek White and Josh Hart. This one I might give to Josh Hart.
What? Yeah.
Oh no. But let me tell you. Defensively, he is good, but he's definitely what he's shown last year on getting rebounds and all that. I think puts him over the edge where he can, he can contribute. He can contribute a little bit better
He's got that
than Derek
hustle.
White. Yeah, like Derek White,
Yeah.
he'll give you the defense every day. He'll give you the defense. Offensively, though, sometimes he won't give you that. But
Yeah.
but he doesn't have to. But because their situations
But he can.
are different. Yeah, but
If he really wants to, he can.
yeah, but I think I don't know. Overall I think Derek White is definitely the better player. But on some nights, I think Josh Hart will definitely outplay him just a little bit, not too much. But
No, I feel you.
But that's what I was trying to say. Yeah,
They're different players. I feel like
Definitely,
you can't really compare
yeah.
them like that. But
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
yeah.
Drew Holiday and Jalen Brunson. This is another good matchup. Number one defensive player in the league versus the number one guard in the East. Is that fair to say? Is that a crazy statement?
Oh, I'm trying to hold on. Let me see What-
Number one guard in the East.
what guards on the East. We got Dame.
Dame, Halliburton. But from last
Yeah. Honestly, I think.
Brunson,
I mean, yeah.
he really showed. Yeah.
Once Randall went out, bro, he carried that team. If he didn't get injured against the Pacers, I think the Knicks would have definitely beat the Pacers, and we would have been seeing Knicks versus Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, which will be this year. But yeah,
Even if we faced them last year, we were spanking them, and people were gonna complain saying that.
yeah,
Oh, we faced the injured Knicks and blah blah blah. There's always an excuse.
and then
But
if you also think about it, Brunson is a good offensive player, but defensively he's
yeah, no.
he's not clamping up Drew Holiday. Like Drew Holiday will give you 20 on a given night, bro. If he needs to, bro, he will give you that 20. So I mean, Brunson is definitely the overall better better offensive player, so he'll give you 30, 40, but with Drew Holiday's defense, I don't think he will.
Yeah. And then we got Derek White with the help also. I just feel like it's just not
There's
a good
too much
matchup for the Celtics. There's too much D.
But no, yeah, there's too much defense on this team. Like
Too much
even Pritchard, bro, like off the bench, bro, and Hauser, like it's crazy what Joe Mazzulla is doing in Boston. So
Sheesh. Did they have Mike Conley in their starting five last season?
yeah. All right, so looking at the Timberwolves' projected starting lineup, we have Conley, Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Randall, and now Gobert as well. So NBA on ESPN saying Minnesota could be looking scary next season. Honestly, in my opinion, it's a slight downgrade from having Towns instead of Randall. Randall is a good player. He led the Knicks to the playoffs before Brunson got here. Unfortunately, he got injured last season, so he didn't get to play a lot. But I think the Timberwolves shouldn't have traded Towns just yet. They were just getting started. Mind you, this Gobert and Towns have only been playing for 2 years. So I don't think that they should have just traded just yet. I know they didn't reach their goal last year, and they lost in 5 to the Mavericks. But Edwards is still young. McDaniels, I'm pretty sure, is still young. Same with Towns, and Gobert's still. He's all right. He's not like I, defensively. I think he's a little overrated, but I mean he's still a good player. So I think that they should have just waited until at least another season or two.
Yeah, no, I agree. They I don't know. They had a good big three, like a potential big three right there.
Yeah.
Ant, Cat, and Rudy.
And mind you, Julius Randle, I'm pretty sure shoots a less % three than Towns.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
I don't know. I still want to see a healthy Randle. I feel like he would be very dominant.
Yeah.
But they still have potential. It's not like they're just pooping out.
Yeah. I mean, if their bench got better though, with Dante and now Naz Reid as well.
Dante, yeah,
those
Dante,
two off the bench.
Reed, that'd
so
be nasty.
Yeah. So that, I mean that's
they still got 3-pointers. So it's like
maybe they were looking for a little bit of more depth into it instead of just but we got to see how Edwards and Randall will play together. I think they're both ball dominant. I know Mike Conley can play off the off ball, but we'll just have to see what goes on in Minnesota.
They're gonna be nasty in the paint. Actually, like Julius Randle driving, Anthony Edwards driving, Rudy Gobert driving. It's like, what team?
But if you think
the matchup to
the only thing I don't like about this is if Randle isn't shooting well and he has to drive to the basket and Gobert's in there, there's gonna be two people blocking or two people in the paint, and it's gonna make it harder for them to score in the paint. I mean, we'll see what happens. I think.
And they dish out. And,
yeah. And then McDaniels isn't the greatest shooter either, but he'll give you buckets. But I don't think he's the greatest shooter either. I don't know. I think in like this day and age, you have to have some floor spacing. So I don't know.
The bench comes in hand though.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Season's around the corner, less than a month. So once the games start coming out, we'll definitely start talking about every team getting how they are. So we'll look at the Minnesota Timberwolves as definitely like top 5. We'll see what happens.
You can just see they're trying to build around Edwards.
Yeah, I mean, Edwards is still 23 years old. So, but I mean, they had a good team with Cat, bro. They were finally getting to the playoffs, and they made it to the Western Conference Finals. I know they didn't win, but like, damn, bro, they were close. Could have just made slight upgrades, but this is like a major upgrade. Like, this is changing a whole lineup. Like, get some bench pieces would have been, but I don't know. We'll see. This is definitely a team that we're gonna look for. So Derrick Rose retiring, man. I wanted D Rose to get one ring, bro. I want him to come to Boston. I had a picture of him in the Celtics uniform after he got waived by the Grizzlies on like Wednesday, and I was ready to see him at least try to get a ring somewhere, man. But then Thursday they were like, "Oh, he has an announcement," and I had that feeling, bro, he was gonna retire, man. Bro, that was like, damn, bro.
Youngest MVP.
For real. The dude, like, he went through so much. Like, I remember when he was on the Timberwolves, literally. Yeah, he was literally on the Timberwolves when he scored that 50-point night, like, a couple years ago. On like Halloween or something, bro. That shit made me cry, bro.
That's the GOAT right there.
Nah, definitely, bro. Like every time I play 2K, bro.
Point guards.
Every time I play 2K, like when I started playing 2K, I always wanted to make like a D Rose type player, bro. Like slashing and dunking and all that, bro. That shit was just fun.
Just
It's just
superior, bro.
yeah.
He's like that's like Russell Westbrook retiring, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I definitely think he definitely like I don't know how I would say it. Like he definitely changed the game a little bit
Mhm.
with his dunking abilities and all that. But but it definitely is gonna be the biggest like what if story. Like if he never got injured, like what would happen? Like would the Bulls have won championships, you know? They were always the number one seed against the Spurs, so I was always looking for them to face the Spurs in the finals, but we never got that.
Should have retired a Celtic, man. That's all I gotta say.
Nah, I think
He had a good run though.
yeah,
Like
it
everybody
was
knew his potential. Nobody doubted him,
unfortunate like
and
the injuries
yeah,
he had, so
it was
but
bound to happen. He wasn't even getting like the right amount of burn,
yeah, nah.
and it was just getting to that point where it's like he was gonna retire at some point.
Yeah, nah. I just didn't expect it to be before LeBron at least, you know?
But yeah,
But
it happens. It
yeah.
happens.
But yeah, man, shout out D Rose. You know, happy retirement. Um, I think that's it for this podcast. Quick little podcast. Definitely will bring you back soon. It was a good talk with you, bro. Once the games start coming back out and we start seeing the Celtics and NBA coming back, it definitely will have you talking about the games and all that. All right.
Can't wait for this new season, man. This new
Nah,
season.
for real, bro.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped. The Eastern Conference is looking better. My predictions: Eastern Conference standings. I don't even want to put it in order, but the top teams, in my opinion: Celtics, 76ers, Bucks, Knicks.
not in order, right? Not in order.
Not in order.
Okay,
not
okay.
In
I
order.
was about to say, bro.
Celtics, obviously, I'm gonna say number one.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Who?
But the other one, they're interchangeable. Number two, I want to say the 76ers. I really like their new team. I feel like they got good potential.
It just depends if
Um,
Embiid can stay healthy.
It depends, yeah, because they got spaghetti kneecaps, so anything can happen.
Okay.
I don't know.
All
But
right.
a healthy Embiid, healthy Paul George,
And Tyree Maxey.
yeah,
We'll see. We'll
Caleb
see.
Martin.
Man,
Hey.
don't even get me started on Caleb Martin,
That's
bro.
the Celtic stopper right there.
Chill. Not last season though.
They got a good team. I can see them being some sort of comp.
One more question.
It'll be a better conference than last year. That's what I'm gonna say.
Who you got winning the championship though?
Obviously, the Celtics. Obviously.
Okay. That's all I wanted to hear.
We're making it. The Eastern Conference will be better now. So all the little people whining, saying that we had an easy run. We'll see y'all next. We'll see y'all this year.
I'm telling you. And Tatum got a
No
better
more
jumper
excuses.
now too. Tatum got a better
Yeah.
jumper. I'm not gonna let me not glaze too much, but like
Got that quick release. I want to see
That's-
it. I want to see it actually, like
that's what I'm
on the
saying.
court.
We're not I'm not gonna say, it's gonna be he's gonna shoot better, but we'll see what happens when the games start coming out. All right, man. That's it for the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. I will try to get more people, especially when NBA season starts coming out. Preseason starts next week, so we will be getting into that hopefully soon. Next week I will try to get the rankings. What I predict the rankings are going to be. I'll try to get people here as well to help with that. So thank you guys for the love and support on the last video. I hope we're gonna climb these charts and we're gonna keep going. Podcast episodes are gonna be better. Trust me, man. I'm just we're in this mindset of just doing this every week, weekly episodes. I'm on Spotify now, so go ahead, make sure you check them out on Spotify. If you can't watch the videos, it's always fine. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, watch the videos. Leave comments below. what you think. If you have any topics you want me to cover, I can always cover any topics that you want me to cover. Um, so yeah, man, let's just keep going, man. We just keep grinding. Podcast apps are gonna be better. Just let's go. Come on. I just came to say thank you for the love and support, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Whenever you're watching this,